So, good evening, dear racing fans. We are right into the L2S season race 2, season 3, race 2. We are in lap 2 already. Professor Shu has won the pole and the race start, and I am not alone for tonight. Welcome, Mr. Dean Cunha.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello, hello. I'm very fine. I hope you are too. This is, by the way, my first ever broadcast where I am not alone. So for
Right, okay.
the first time I do have a, extra pair of eyes. How you described it?
Yeah, like I say, this is not the first comms really. I did one on my own. It didn't turn out very good, so
Okay.
yeah, go and just take part. So see how we get on.
It's an interesting thing for me to have a co-commentator, or that I am the co. You are the admin, so I am rather your co.
Yeah.
So after almost at the end of lap 2, so let's get into the action that's going on. Professor Shu, that's rather a new name, and his name sounds Chinese, so this could be more or less his home race, where he is in the lead at the moment. He's ahead, 1.5 seconds over Desert Red, China, and
Ryan Van
SFR
Doom
Mark.
has fallen to the back.
Ryan Van Doom, he is in 12th. I did not watch the qualifying still. What I think is really interesting is the mixture of new and familiar names. So it looks like we have quite some people that joined the Tier 2 lately, isn't it?
Yes, we have a few new guys like Professor Zoo. Reflection has joined us. We've got a couple more that still can't race. Checked out, but I'm sure in the coming weeks we'll have a few more. Get a full grid. We had 4 out today. So as life is getting a bit back to normal, it's getting harder for people to commit. But as time goes on, I'm sure we'll get full grids back up and running soon.
Yeah, it's a good thing that we have a rising number of players and drivers, even though we are late in the 2020 game. So, new game incoming soon. But still, we have some new eyes coming into our league. And I'm just getting the stream ready and get the link sent out to all of our community.
We've got Mogi on the back of Callum, looking to take him on the outside.
Yeah, it's just in the background. Well. There it is. Who's it? Kloom ahead of Mogi now. And we have just 2 drivers who have started on mediums. And as a drag, meanwhile, into the pits. It's rather early, so that's not a scheduled stop.
Let's stay. Damage.
Let's stay with him for a moment. But the nose looks fine, actually. Yeah. Have a look. There is no nose change.
He's going for a 2-stop.
Interesting. And he will pray for a safety car phase midway or through the end of the race. Yeah, the one-stop strategy is just a lot faster here in China. So if you can run medium to hard, you should be able to win a lot of time. And as most of the field is running on softs, soft to hard just actually does not work. That tire regulation is just too hard, especially the front left is under a lot of pressure here. Let's have a look what Mogi's doing. The battle again. So the boys we have seen battling it out just a lap ago, they are still going at it. But yeah, Mogi is in the slipstream here, zooming into Kloom.
We've got a nice 4-way battle from 8th to 10th here, with Reflection on the back of Ryan Van Doom. Just taking CD luck.
Oh, into the pits. Kloom into the pits. A lot of drivers are pitting now.
Just watch for that undercut on Callum on Mogi.
But if the drivers can only last 4 laps on softs, that's really a statement that the soft is a lot too soft for this Shanghai circuit. So let's see what else is going on. Reflection, T-Lock. Who else is it? Morsheted maybe? Yes, it is. Into the middle sector here. Chinner, first one to be penalized, I think.
Yep. Got this great battle going on for 5th, 6th and 7th.
And Reflection. Yes, exactly. One of the few who was able to qualify on mediums, and T-Lock is already sliding ahead. So in theory, T-Lock and Morsheted should be in an advantageous situation on softs, but as these softs are already used up, I think Reflection... Attack in the DS zone, this should work. Oh, cut back inside, have a look, let's see if T-Lock might take to the pit lane.
No.
Ooh. Ah.
Close the door there.
Yep, nice fight back. And
Is this helping Reflection though?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
He's going to be using them up battling like this.
But it's only him and King Eskimo who's on the starting medium tire. But King Eskimo had some troubles as it seems, because Kaloum is ahead of him, even though Kaloum had a pit stop already. And Martin likewise. Dean, if you have a moment, it would be helpful if you could turn up the volume of your microphone a little bit, because as I heard from my stream, you are a little bit hard to hear.
Let's have a look.
Meanwhile, the next attack from Reflection, and this time, whoa, he was attacking him already before the DS zone. Still, Reflection stayed behind. This was for the better, I think. He should take the DRS advantage with him. Desert Red right behind them. He's not able to match the pace of Reflection. Here's the next attack. And this time it should work, I think. And again, the cut back inside from T-Lock, and he was able to defend his position once again. And yes, it is. With 6 laps, one of the drivers who ran on the softs as long as almost no one else, only Professor Shu still out.
He can't be that 20 seconds ahead. I'll be right.
And there's the battle of Martin now pushing against Reflection. Where are they? There they are. Reflection still ahead. Oh no, it was Desert Red. I'm sorry, it was Desert Red who he was battling, not Martin.
So how long is a pit stop? Average around China?
The pit stop delta, you mean? I would not think that Shu can stay ahead of Desert Red. It's a rather fast start-finish straight. Desert Red, let's jump to him. Desert Red is 20 seconds, under 20 seconds now behind Professor Shu. So this...
It's now Shu. Yep, he's into the
Yes, he is. This is an important moment to decide for Professor Shu if he might have a chance to win the race. If he can stay ahead or come out of the pits very close to Desert Red, he has a chance to equalize. Yes, on 2 hards.
He's going to the hards, so he's going to go to the end.
Do you think that he can make it on hards?
20 laps.
Yeah, that's long. And Desert Red is ahead.
Desert Red's going to have to stop again.
Yeah, but do you really think that Professor Shu can make it 21 laps actually on this set of hearts?
Well, we'll soon see. I think I can't see him not trying to go to the end. Otherwise, he would have gone on to the mediums.
Mm-hmm. By the way, do you know, have our T2 drivers checked into the telemetry tool?
I think they have, but Slayer, who sets it up, was still at work, so I wasn't back in time to set us
Okay.
up on that tonight.
That would have been a cool possibility now to watch the tire degradation.
What he doesn't want to do is get caught up in battles like this.
In battles like this, let's jump to him. There is the battle. Professor Shu, he is... Oh, King Eskimo is out. King Eskimo has DNF'd in the middle sector. Let's have a look if we can get it depicted. Riding on board. And there is... Where is it? There should have been a car, but very far away from the track. Didn't see it. Anyway, into the threesome battle. Reflection, Martin, and Professor Shu. Yeah, Shu does have a tire disadvantage on his hearts against the medium runners around him.
There's some great pace between the three of them, though. Right, good battle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's working into Desert Rat's hands because he's 4 seconds ahead.
Yep, indeed.
After those tyres.
Indeed, and yeah, Professor Shu, he has the advantage that he can ride in the DRS window. The disadvantage is the fact that he has to fight, just as you mentioned.
This could be interesting at the end, like maybe Desert Rat might go onto the softs at the end. While Professor Zoo's out on those hards, we could have a Hamilton situation on our hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, we will see if Desert Rat will risk to run on softs. We have seen the softs degrade very fast, so who was it? I think Shu was the only one who was able to make him last for 6 or 7 laps or so. So this could maybe will be interesting towards the end.
Could those softs go 10 laps?
10?
On board at the end?
We will see. Well, if he can have a race on fresh softs, then he can maybe make it. Because we should not forget that those softs who are used in the race have already had a qualifying session behind them. So Professor Shu is still battling against Martin. Is his name Martin or M. Hartin?
Yeah, Martin. Seen Callum and Ying are having a close battle coming down the straight.
Let's jump to them. There he is. Ginna or Chinna?
Chinna, I think it is.
Chinna, yes, like the drink. So we know already what his favorite beverage is.
And then you got another battle behind, 7th and 8th, Mogi and Pro Oliver.
This is it. Name pronunciation sometimes a bit tricky or funny. Yeah. I'm not sure if he is PR Oliver or if he's Per Oliver. And anyway, it looks like the race is having a little bit of breather. So there are a few drivers in each other's DRS window, but no attacks imminent. Maybe from Chinna now, as he's close behind Kaloum.
They're both planning to go to the end. They're not battling with each other.
Do you think Kaloum can make it? Kaloum on his fresh mediums? I doubt that he can make it till the end of the race.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's on his
For Chinna, yes, maybe. But Kaloum will have to make his mediums work in pushing against Chinna.
He'll be struggling to keep behind him. And those mediums are not that old, 5 lap old. The Reflection's gone 10 laps on those mediums. But he started to fall behind. He's 3 seconds behind Professor Zoo now.
And Shu is close to Martin. Let's have a look at this battle. or this maybe looming battle.
That hasn't pulled that much ahead either. It's just below the 4 seconds now.
Mm-hmm. Just had a look into, so sadly we do not have a telemetry for tier 2 tonight, but we'll get along in the classic way too. And now Shu is 1/10 behind Martin again, so it looks like that Martin can make his mediums work good enough to pull away in the intermediate sector, just enough to be out of Professor Shu's grasp on the long DIS straight. And Jinna 3/10 behind Kaloum. Let's see if he can attack him on the start-finish straight. Oh, he almost lost his car on acceleration there. No attack again. No attack again. So, interesting situation that everyone who is close enough for DRS opening is not close enough then on the straight to attack. Interesting situation. Yeah, China, I don't know how you feel about it, but China is one of my favorite tracks, and sadly this is the second year without a China Grand Prix in the real life. I just hope that the track will still be featured in the new game that is about to be released in a few weeks. Do you like China, or is it rather a track where...
It's not one of my favourite, and to be honest, I haven't raced that much either, so
okay.
It's only when it comes around to... So it'll be my third race probably at China, so...
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it goes.
So now there finally is the attack from Professor Shu against Martin after he chased him a bunch of laps, and now he finally got close enough in the DS window and he pushed ahead. So Shu in second, he's now 4.1, 4.2 seconds behind Desert Red. This will be interesting if they both have to stop. It's obvious that Desert Red has to stop again. But you, Dean, you bet on the fact that... Yeah?
Yeah, I think Professor Zeus will go that 15 more laps on those tyres.
Okay.
I can't see him stopping again.
We will see what he'll do. Anyway, if there should be a safety car, I think every one of those drivers now will pit in and opt for fresh mediums or hards.
Well, yeah, safety car would definitely change the race.
Yep.
Cars, they'd all come in, I would have thought.
So at the moment, there's maybe only Jinna in a position to attack. There he is again. And...
Little luck up from Callum.
Very close. Just like Shu against Martin. Jinna is chasing Kaloum over the track already for a bunch of laps. Now maybe he is close enough.
Right there.
And wheel to wheel into the hairpin, but no real attack.
Back.
On the acceleration, Kaloum on the battle lane for the next turn. Ooh, wheel to wheel in the last turn. Oh, leave us some breathing room, boys. Some tags. Wheel to wheel, and now Jinna might be in the better position. Jinna looks through.
Any damage there. Yeah, good move.
Oh, what a hard fight. Jinna muscled through eventually. Let's see if he can stay ahead on the hards. So 8 laps on the mediums.
Back at him, though. He's not giving up.
Yep, exactly. And with 8 laps on his mediums, his tires should not be wasted completely yet. So, let's see if he can stay close enough and counter it maybe. And Proliver is sneaking closer to Mogi in the meantime.
Yep. Just reduced that by 3 tenths a couple laps ago.
Have a look, Kaloum is out of the DS window. So Jinner is really faster. Jinner is a lot faster. Now he's in again. Now he's at 9/10. Let's see if he was inside the 1 second window. No, he wasn't. No DRS for Kaloum. And behind, here we ride on board with Proliver against Mogi. Mogi and Proliver both came closer to Kaloum. Pit stop now for Kaloum. Pit stop for Kaloum. What will he do?
Another set of mediums.
He could finish the race. He could finish the race either on mediums or on hards.
He's gone for the hards.
Hards, yes.
The hards do seem to be maybe a bit quicker than the mediums.
Yeah, this is one of the tracks where the prime tire is the hardest. Like maybe Spain too. And I'm having a look, one eye on the leading duel. Actually, it's not a real duel, but Professor Shu is glued to a 4.0, 4.1 seconds gap. So those boys, Desert Rat and Professor Shu, rather match each other's race pace. Even though Shu is on hards. Hards. So Desert Rat cannot pull away on his used mediums now.
It's going to be interesting at the end. There's no safety cars. It's battle.
You are.
We'll go on to.
You are still convinced that Shu will try to go through. I am not sure if he can really make it. Anyway, Shu, if Shu needs another stop, he would be in maybe the advantageous position, as he might be able to stop that late, that he then can finish the race on softs. While
maybe.
While Desert Rat will have to finish the race on then rather old tires.
Desert Rat, if he goes onto another set of... Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah. Desert Rat goes on to another set of mediums.
Yeah, probably. Did he start? He started on softs, right?
Yeah.
So he is allowed by the rules to finish on mediums. Let's have a short look about the penalty situation.
He's taking it very easy. I think he's looking after those tyres.
Yes. Pit stop. That's a red. Now finally.
On the mediums now. When you go mediums.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yellow to yellow. I was in the penalty section of the table. Didn't see him pit in. Martin pitted too. So penalty situation. Let's have a short look about it. We have +6 for Jinner. Shu and Desert Red both do not have a penalty, and then a bunch of +3s from P7 and beyond. Martin, Kaloum, Moshetit, Reflection, all of them +3, and a +5 for Tilak.
Desert's just got a 3-second penalty.
Oh yes, now I see it exactly. And That could be a deciding factor in the end.
That gives Zeus another 3 seconds of buffer.
Exactly.
Currently 17 seconds ahead.
And Desert Red now, yeah. What do you think? Will he push or will he try to make his mediums?
He's got a bit of traffic to get through.
Yeah,
so...
exactly. That's the question. Does he push on the mediums to get ahead, or does he conservate them?
Well, he's got that 3 seconds wake up as well, so he's got to push.
Here he's ahead already over Proliver.
10 quali laps, easily. There's the first one.
Yeah, he's really fast. He looks a lot faster than Proliver he's already ahead of. And Mohi now?
It's already down. It's second off that last sector. It's down to 16 seconds.
So if there is no safety car,
would this force Shu into another pit stop?
Yeah, Shu looks like he needs to make it through the race on this set if he wants to be the winner. If he cannot make this set of hards last long enough, he will be overtaken by Desert Red again in the end. And Desert Red is pushing hard on Mogi here.
He's lost half the second to the leader though by doing so.
Ooh, hard maneuver, but Red got through in the intermediate sector.
Now we've got Gina 4 seconds up the road.
Desert Red, great race from him, great maneuver here in the turns of sector 2, where he pushed over Mogi. This
is just like Max and Lewis weekend. Hunt him down, Desert. Hunt him down, mate.
So, meanwhile, Proliver and Mogi on more or less matching old hearts. They will battle now for... Yeah, what is it? For P4 in the end, I suppose. Simultaneous strategy, so they will have to get it settled on the track. So with one eye, I am watching Desert Red catching up to Chinna, already down to 2.3 seconds. While I will stay with the camera on Proliver, chasing Mogi. And Martin behind is in the S window of Ryan Van Doom. So Dean, as one of our racers for Tier 1, do you listen to the broadcast while racing, or are you inside PlayStation Party, or do you just want to be in your own world and silence around you?
I'm in a party chat with a few.
Okay.
But to be honest, it's probably better if you are completely silent. I think it's there's been sometimes in other races you have someone chatting in your ear. I think I was in third position once with pens with the guys in front, and it was in Canada, and I had three corners to go, and someone asked me how I was doing. I was like, I can't talk, and then I spun and end up losing the win. So yeah, it can be distracting sometimes. But,
okay. Yeah, as I have the chance to talk to you now, what is your personal goal for this season 3 in Tier 1?
Not to get relegated. So I think it's a very tough league, that Tier 1. There's some very quick drivers, so the finish in the top 10 would be like a win, I think, for me.
Okay.
Anyway, so,
okay.
Yeah, definitely have to up my game.
It was a really intense final in Brazil, just, what was it, 3 weeks ago?
Yes, I got through by the skin of my teeth, I think.
Do you still feel broadcasted cursed?
Oh, yes, I do. So don't follow me. Don't talk about me for the whole season, please.
Oh yeah, that was really one of the coolest, best races to broadcast from L2S, and I admit I like the fact that we have this relegation, so there is still something to
Sorry to
battle for.
interrupt you. You got Desert Rat going on.
Yeah, yep. Right when we were chatting, they are wheel to wheel into the last turn. Oh, and there was a
he's spinning.
no. Oh, that is sad. That is sad, and he is returning onto the track down into P6 only. Ah, do you think Desert Red was too aggressive?
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? You had to go for maybe a bit more space. I don't know. That first hand, you know, looking back on it, probably it's hard to come straight off.
There was a lot at stake for him, and eventually this maybe caused him to throw away a podium.
Yeah. But
there
we'll
is.
See what he's made of. He can get his head together and get back. There's no damage to the car, which is a good thing.
I'm searching for T-Luck. Oh, well, we see Chinner, who is going sideways there in the intermediate sector. T-Luck has DNF'd somewhere.
Right about those cards there. Seem to be going off now.
Yeah, exactly. And, yeah, that is the same discussion about Professor Shu. His cards are almost as old. Yeah. And there is a big battle group. But what is it? That's Proliver, Mogi, Martin, Desert Red, and Ryan Van Doom all inside indirectly one DRS window.
And there goes Martin.
Ooh, that will be interesting now.
Some move from Mogi.
Have a look inside. Martin overtook two at once.
Got the cut back on both of them.
Yeah, great maneuver from Martin. And he stepped onto the podium with it. And Desert Red up in fourth again.
So is this hunt back on?
Oh yeah. Proliver and Mogi close to. Proliver. Interesting battle here in the end. And who lost it there? Who lost it? That is Ryan Van Doom. Ryan Van Doom had acceleration troubles at exit of the snail turn, and he will need a new nose, so he will be out of the points maybe eventually. So now we have, who is it? It's actually from Chinner to Proliver, P2 to P6, everyone in one indirect DRS window. And I would like to suppose that Desert Rat and Martin have a big advantage on their more or less still fresh mediums against the old hearts of Proliver, Mogi, and Chinner. I'm running on board.
A nice lead, though.
Exactly.
I mean, we could even think of pitting and coming back at him on the softs. Would he do that, or track position?
He would not be in the lead then, but he would have the fastest tire against every other driver. So he would have a good chance to get the lead back on fresh softs compared to used or old hards.
He's helping him out by holding up Desert Rat.
Yeah, exactly. Just imagine if there's
20 seconds to make up in 5 laps is a lot.
Just imagine if Desert Rat wouldn't have spun in his battle against Chinner.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it?
He was just too aggressive there. He should have waited one more turn and he would have been in the next DS zone.
Very true. Hit that hole straight.
Plus the snail.
Oh, at least he's battling now.
Martin was outside of the track. track limits, maybe, but yeah.
He's definitely got his elbows out. He's not going lightly. Which he's not. He's battling for the podium, so.
Well, I have depicted the penalty situation. We see +6 for Chinner, +3s for Martin, Desert Red and Mogi, while Chinner is ahead. Is he? Is he not? Oh, they touched those two almost teammates by the liveries. And now we see Chinner, Desert Red, Martin in 4th, but it's very close. Desert Red in the gearbox now, wheel to wheel. Desert Red at the moment in P2. Yes, he is. Chinner with a +6 all around them on a +3 penalty, so Chinner will be ranked back until P6 maybe.
I must admit though, he's doing well to keep up with him on those 16 that long hard tyres.
Yep. Ooh, another. There was it. There was a next touch. Who was it? This is Martin. Martin.
He sent it.
Martin is struggling on tire, maybe heated. And someone has front wing damage, I think. Is it Chinner? Chinner got another +3 seconds penalty. No, but no front wing damage for him. Desert Red's front wing is fine too. What about Mogi? No, I think no.
Ahead of Pro Oliver.
Yeah.
DRS.
Pro
Oliver knows he's sitting there nicely. He knows those penalties are ahead of him.
The penalties now speak in favor of Mogi. Mogi and Proliver. Yeah. So, by the looks of things, Proliver would be the podium setter, the third man on the podium. If he stays close enough. He just needs to stay exactly where he is. So only Professor Shu, Proliver and Ryan Van Doom, the only drivers who have no penalty seconds in their backpack. Reflection just received another +3. China is not the track where you can pick up track limit penalties so easily like on some other places. But still, the penalties will have a big result in the end.
Ryan Van Doom's just set the fastest lap. He's gone onto the softs. I wonder if Musher will try and beat that.
He will. Yeah, well, he will not be able to attack the drivers ahead, but maybe he can sneak up close enough to be in the penalty window of someone. And meanwhile, it looks like you were right.
Yeah, he's pitting.
Professor Shu is in the pits. No, funny. I was just about to say that you were right because Shu went through, but no, he doesn't.
So don't get the guy's fastest lap as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I was right. I'm sorry if I say so. And will he stay in the lead? No, he won't. Desert Red ahead.
But would he stay? He'll stay ahead.
Yeah, only Desert Red has slipped through, but it doesn't matter for Professor Shu. He's on a faster tire, plus penalties speak in favor of Shu. So he doesn't even have to overtake Desert Red.
He's gone for a safe option.
You think so?
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see.
Oh, Moshetit is out. There is some yellow in the intermediate sector. Moshetit, there he is. Where he is? Oh, already gone. So I'm riding on board now with Professor Shu. He already closed the gap, the 1.5 seconds or so. He closed just within half a lap. He's really pushing on Desert Red. And here's the attack. He does not play it safe. He's through. Still wheel to wheel.
Back.
Yep. Better lane now for Shu. And another tag.
Whoa.
Another tag. No, my goodness.
Spun.
No. Can this be true?
Dear.
Professor Shu did just the same mistake as Desert Red did.
They just couldn't wait for that
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah. He will bite in his wheel in his living room at home. Oh, that is sad. That is really sad. But okay, that's racing.
That's races for you, though, mate.
Mm-hmm. He should have listened to you.
Yep, see?
So, 1.5 laps remaining.
20 seconds.
Yeah. Either that, to stay on the hards, or to just stay behind him and wait for the checkered flag, stay in the penalty window. Now he's at least up into 4th.
He's picked up a pen himself as well, isn't he?
Oh yes, just did so, yep. So I just wanted to say that with the penalties, he did not have a penalty just 2 turns ago, and that would have made him 2nd then, but that is
He
just...
didn't even have to overtake him, like you said.
Yeah. Now he has to. At least he has to overtake Mogi. Race win is probably over for him. Mogi DS equipped 2. We are in the last lap. Whoa! Hard maneuver against Mogi. But Shu just has the better grip, better traction, so he could risk it.
And he seems pissed off in that helmet.
And he's now in the gearbox of Jin.
On the outside.
And another person, another tag, another person he would not have to overtake. He would be ranked ahead due to penalties. Now he is back into 2nd, and this is, his final position. Desert Rat is too far away. So in the end, Proliver will be ranked ahead over... Proliver will really be on the podium. He will be ranked over Mogi and over Jinna.
Yeah.
So Desert Rat, last time on the long straight. Isn't it funny? Just 8 laps ago, when he had his spun, we said his race is over, and there he is. There he is. 1 turn remaining. If he doesn't throw it away here, no, he didn't. And Desert Rat is the winner of the 2nd race of Tier 2. Professor Shu finishes in 2nd. Shu has thrown away the race win in his, I suppose, home Grand Prix. And just as expected, in the end, Mr. Proliver finished in 3rd, jumping over Mogi, Martin, and Chinner due to penalties. Yeah. Interesting race, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, some interesting moments.
Interesting moments, interesting battles. Yes, nice to watch. So, for you, Dean, what is it that you take with you from this race into the T1 race just in half an hour?
I don't know. It's very hard to call on strategy. It could be a 2-stopper, but I think my best bet is just to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is a win on itself if you do that, and then, see where you end up.
Stay out of trouble and maybe stay out of the top 10 in the qualifying, so that you have the free option to start on mediums.
Seb, I think I'll finish at the top 10 anyway. Don't worry about that.
So here's the final result of the race in China. Desert Red has won, ahead of Professor Shu and Prodiver in third. Fourth is Mogi, fifth SFR Martin. Six goes to Jinna, seven is Kalum, eighth Reflection, ninth Ryan Van Doom, and the last point is given to GT Fnatic. The other drivers did not finish, that is Moshetits, Tilak, and King Eskimo. So it was a very entertaining race, very interesting, a lot of thoughts and consideration to take with you for the upcoming Tier 1 race. Maybe some other drivers watched us. It was a funny race for me too, to broadcast this race.
Thank you for stepping in last minute like that. We do appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for inviting me. And thanks for eventually giving me the first race of having a two-man broadcast. And what else can I say? Good luck to you later in just half an hour.
Thank you, mate. And I enjoyed this. Maybe we should do it again sometime.
Likewise. Enjoy it too. And I will be watching you. Let's see if you are and stay broadcast cursed.
You're gonna stay away from it.
Let's see. Okay, so see you in a bit. Bye. Ciao.